Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cordelia, and today I have a mid-low back pain flow. Now, I just want to preface, if you are having any um, underlying medical conditions where you have a slipped disc and things like that, please do not do this flow. Please see a doctor and see what precautions you need to take from there. But this flow came about because yesterday I got a little bit of back pain, which isn't very typical for me. If I do have anything, it's typical to have it in the shoulders because of tension. But I had a little bit of lower back pain, and I went about finding poses that really worked for me. And this is going to be kind of a step, I don't know how to explain that, a step ladder yoga flow where we're going to get to deeper poses but start very slow. It's still not going to be that long of a flow, but it'll definitely help if you are experiencing that subtle mid to low range back pain. With that being said, we're going to start in a tabletop position, prepping for cat-cow. So meet me in the middle of your mat, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and just set up the spine. We're really going to focus on creating space in the shoulder girdle and the upper back body in order to lengthen the whole length of the spine. So inhale, drop the belly down. Be very slow, because I know yesterday whenever I was experiencing this, it was really tight. It was pretty intense, every little movement. So I want you to focus on multiple breaths in every flow, in every pose, in every position. And as you can see, I am going extremely slow as I lift the gaze up to the sky. And whenever we get to the top, exhale around the spine. Really push through the heels of the hands and the palms, I guess I should say. And start to bring the chin again slowly into the chest. Go for 2 more times. Inhale, drop the belly. Doing this as slow as possible, lifting the tailbone up and starting to ripple the chest up towards the sky, finishing with the head, with the gaze. Exhale around the spine. And one more. Inhale, walk the hands one hand length forward, tuck onto the toes, and lift the hips up and back for downward dog. Really push the mat away. Again, focusing on creating space through the shoulders. Do me a favor and bring the chin closer to the chest for a little bit of a deeper back stretch. So yes, our focus is the lower mid back range, but we also are going to be working on opening the hips and expanding the upper back body, because those, of course, kind of hamburger that lower back. And especially opening up those hips will allow the lower mid back to open up and expand as well. Inhale, look forward through the hands and start to walk the hands back towards the feet on your exhale. We're going to hang out in forward fold for a second. So just drop everything down, letting the hands just relax and hang close
to the mat. Bend the knees if necessary. And on every inhale, really focus on breathing into the back and into wherever hurts the most. So if you're feeling it in the mid back or low back, just kind of mind to body breathing into that space. On every exhale, relax everything a little bit more, letting the head hang loose. For an even deeper expansion, let's bring the hands under the feet, palms touching the bottoms of the feet. And I want you to pull the shoulders away from your hands. So, really, instead of just falling and relaxing, let's round the back body and really push everything away, expanding again into the back body and increasing that space in the shoulders. Bring your chin to chest again as you push away from the hands. Again, keeping the knees bent if necessary. Really breathe. Take inhales and exhales. On your next exhale, go ahead and release the hands back down to the mat. And we're going to start to walk the hands forward. Now, if you can do this, please do, but if not, keep the hands grounded all the way to the mat. But if you want to do this with me, bring your fingertips to the mat and gently start to walk the body forward, staying on the fingertips if possible. I think there's a bee walking on my arm, so that's really nice. Coming into plank, past plank, and dropping the hands down past chaturanga, and gently lowering the hips, untucking the toes, and very slowly lifting the chest into a small cobra. Lift the head, protect the back by engaging all the muscles in the back body, including the glutes, including the shoulders, and of course the muscles surrounding the spine. Inhale and exhale, release the chest all the way down, bringing your elbows to the mat, hands out in front of you into your Sphinx pose. Lift your gaze, again keeping everything engaged as you push the chest up and away from the mat. Close the eyes here if necessary. Inhale and exhale, release the chest down. Bring the hands to the sides of the chest. Stay grounded through the knees. Keep the bottoms of the feet connected to the mat and just come back into a child's pose, bringing the knees further apart and sitting the hips all the way back. Drop the elbows, relax the head, relax the jaw. Again, expanding and focusing on breathing into the space in which hurts. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Let the hips fall even closer to the heels. Inhale, again, let's look forward through the hands. Come on to the fingertips. And we're going to roll the body forward, so bringing chin to chest, lifting the hips, rolling the spine forward. And whenever you get the shoulders over the wrists, we're going to arch the spine back into a child's pose expression. And again, inhale, come forward into the ripple. And exhale, sit those hips back. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. The point of being on the fingertips is just to create even more space in the shoulders and just not putting too much pressure on that lower back and on that mid back, which is what, of course, we're trying to avoid. So inhale, let's drop the hands down, come up into a tabletop. Again, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Just set up the body, let it be neutral, bring the gaze to a neutral position, wherever that may be, if that's at the top of your mat or at a spot in the carpet or on the floor, wherever you are. Inhale, lift the right leg back and straight. Let this be a position that you stay in if necessary, or if available to you, go ahead and inhale and lift that left arm straight and in front of you. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, contract the abs, elbow to knee. And inhale, straighten. 1 more. Exhale, elbow to knee. And inhale, bring it everything up and back. Drop the left hand, come onto the fingertips. Inhale, bring your knee to chest. And exhale, go ahead and step it forward. Go ahead and keep your fingertips on the mat as you just sit into this low lunge, maybe shifting side to side. Whenever you're ready, come on to the left toes. So what we're going to do is come into a peaceful triangle. So if you want to, you can just kind of come from here and gently hop the foot a little bit forward, just to come into a comfortable triangle pose. Or if you want to take it a little bit slower, you can come onto the toes, lift that leg, straighten the right leg, and then maybe hop the left foot a little bit forward. However you get there is fine. You can either stay on the fingertips, or you can grab onto the heel as you fold the body forward over that right leg, over that right knee. Or you can bring the fingertips facing the back foot and then folding, again, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, exhale, let the chest fall over that right knee. Let the forehead possibly touch the shin. Exhale, bring the palms to the mat. Start to drop that left knee and bring your right leg back. Onto the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. And again, if available, go ahead and lift that right arm.
Inhale to prepare, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Really engaging the core. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Sit the right hand down, lengthen the left leg back. Come onto the fingertips. Inhale, knee to chest. And exhale, set it forward, coming into your low lunge. Again, we're working on, first of all, engaging all the muscles around the spine, and then also really opening up and releasing all of those tight muscles around the hips in order to hopefully support that lower mid-range back pain that we're experiencing. This left side is extremely tight for me right now. And like I said, I had this back pain yesterday, so I'm still working on the soreness of that. Granted, I'm not feeling the pain anymore, but I still do feel the little bit of tightness. My neighbor's dogs are here now. But if you can still hear me, we're going to come into a triangle position. So again, if you want to just come onto the right toes and hop into your triangle pose. Fold over that left leg, gently releasing the left knee if you're holding it tightly. Placing your fingertips wherever feels good. That was a little chaotic. Maybe touching the forehead to the shin. Inhale, exhale, look up. And bring your palms to the mat. So from here, we're actually going to heel toe the left foot to the outside of the left hand, letting the toes overflow over the mat. Again, coming onto the fingertips and gently setting the right foot onto the right side of the mat, letting the right toes overflow over the mat and coming into your yogi squat, sitting the hips down. This was the most intense pose for me yesterday, so if this is still intense for you, I urge you to come onto the toes and see if that helps. If that's too much for you as well, then I urge that you sit up into more of a squat position. But if not, just sit low with me. Push the knees away with the elbows, bringing your hands in prayer position. Start to bring the chin to chest. Just again, bringing length to that spine. Inhale, bring that gaze back up. And exhale, start to sit the hips all the way down. Bringing the feet together for butterfly pose. So inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward. You're welcome to bring your elbows to your shins just to help draw the knees down closer to the ground. But that's not necessary. You can also just gently pull your chest closer to the toes, keeping that spine straight and lengthened. Inhale and exhale, straighten the arms, rounding the spine, bringing the chin to chest. And inhale, Come forward, arching the spine, bringing the gaze up. Exhale again, rounding the spine. And inhale, go ahead and bring the gaze back up to the sky. One more. Exhale, creating space in those shoulders, and inhale. Okay, so for our last pose of practice, if you want to meet me in the middle of your mat, bringing your left leg out long and your right leg out long to the sides for your forward fold. Now from here, if this is already too much, go ahead and set your hands onto your thighs and just focus on dropping the shoulders and straightening the spine. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring your palms to your shins, and again doing the same thing. Now your body's going to be shifted a little bit more forward, but still focusing on that lengthening, but you're still folding a little bit. Now if you want to go even deeper, bring your hands to the mat. Again, you're going to be a little bit more forward, but again focusing on that lengthening and just inhaling and exhaling into all the sensations that you're feeling. If available, you can start to walk the hands forward, shifting the upper body a little bit more into a fold, and possibly bringing the elbows down to the ground and maybe even the forehead. Close the eyes and just really focus on your inhales and exhales. Make sure your toes are facing up towards the sky if they're not already. In any of these poses that we practiced today, you're more than welcome to sit in whichever one really, really targeted that space that you were feeling pain in. So after practice, I urge you to go back to whichever pose felt best for you. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, go ahead and walk the hands very slowly and gently back towards the body, using the hands to support the knees as you come into a comfortable seat. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next one. But if you have any questions or concerns for me, please leave them in the comments, and I'm more than happy to get back to you. But with all that being said, again, thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.